Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. We're back again with Abdul Jabbar Saab and Ahmad. We're doing our live podcast and our live radio show via Radio Apri Awaz. You can listen to us on DAB, and our studio number is 01274 271 786 or 787. Our WhatsApp number is 075 Asha, without further ado, we are going to move on to our next topic, which is related to Pakistan once again. And, obviously, in the past, we've talked about where, what do you call, Pakistan's army chief has got more and more powers, exclusive powers, and where he's untouchable, more or less. But now what we've seen is a very high-ranking figure who was the former spy chief or former ISI chief, very high-ranking figure who was handed, what do you call, a prison sentence. And, what do you call, I never knew this was possible. But Abdul Jabbar Sahab, why has he been imprisoned?
So basically, just a few background on Faiz Hamid. He was born in Latifal. His education was in Command and Staff College, Pakistan Military Academy. His previous office was Director General of Inter-Services Intelligence, which is the ISI, from 2019 to 2021. So what are the charges against him? The charges so if I just basically mention that on 11th of December, the media wing of Pakistan's armed forces issued a press release stating on August 12, 2024, a process of Field General Court Martial was initiated against Mr. Faiz Hamid, formerly Lieutenant General under the provision of the Pakistan Army Act, spreading over 15 months. The accused was tried on 4 charges related to engaging in political activities, violation of Official Secrets Act, detrimental to safety and interests of the state, misuse of authority and government resources, and causing wrongful loss to persons. After lengthy and laborious legal proceedings, accused has been found guilty on all the 4 charges.
So are these charges real or fake, or they just? Because to me, these charges don't look. Is there something? Is there another story behind this?
I mean, the charges. If you look at the corruption at the top, they do corruption, and the evidence for this is obviously been presented from August 11, 2024.
So is it basically looking into his profile? Was he pro Imran Khan?
Yeah. He's the one that he's the one that brought Imran Khan's party PTI into power. So he had a big, obviously, Pakistan military. It's basically in charge. The top military leadership is the one that decides the policies in Pakistan.
So is ISI part of the military service?
The ISI is a part of the military, yeah. So I want to just basically, because we need to understand that the ones that are the top, this is decided by America. So whoever lands the job of Chief of Army Staff, it's an open secret that the military leadership in Pakistan has interfered in politics for decades. The interfering in politics began after the United States seized control of Pakistan through military leadership within the 60s of the last century. Since then until now, the United States determines all of the major policies of Pakistan through the military leadership, while Washington allows the military leadership to determine the role of the political leadership.
Yeah, I think from 1947 onwards, 1948, uh, you know, the military has apparently been involved in lots of illegal activities, including a hand in the. I don't want to say this, but what do you call it? What the reports are coming is links, potential links to how the reasons why Muhammad Ali Jinnah or Fatima Jinnah died. They may have links to that, but they seem to have links with everything. They seem to have links with the assassination of, well, I'm calling it assassination, Bhutto. So this seems to, overall, basically, do you think, this is a side question, the military, you're saying, is the most supreme force in Pakistan?
So, like I was mentioning before, it's an open secret that the military in Pakistan has interfered in politics for decades. So, just moving, I think obviously I mentioned that, but I want to mention one thing which is obviously noted, should be noted. When the army chief moves to put the political leadership to the side, it's called a coup. It's called a coup. And when the spy chief moves for changing the faces in the political leadership, it's called elections.
So,
And the major disruptions in country occur when there is competition within the military leadership itself. All of this is tolerated and approved by America as long as its interests are secured within Pakistan and its region. That is the actual red line for the armed forces of Pakistan.
so basically, I'm reading here there's some kind of competition between Faiz Hamid and Asim Munir. Is that correct?
Yeah, so him being former ISI chief and Asim Munir, they competed for the post of the army chief. Both men have extensively worked in intelligence and so are skilled in competing for the most important posts in the country. Thus, their competition has been long and fierce. However, looking at both their service records, it is clear that both serve America as much as they can on all the major issues. It is also clear that both are secular in their politics and regard the complete implementation of Islam as extremism, terrorism, and radicalism. So, regardless, just quickly.
So I think I'm gonna
just
quickly
gonna
ask you.
basically
You're saying the serving Americans' goals. How
Sorry?
how have you come across? How did you compute? How did you figure that out that they are serving Americans' goals?
It's clear. I mean, obviously, that would be like, obviously, we can talk about that. Basically, if you read up on what General Hamid Gul said, there's all other, for instance, Musharraf engaging and saying, yes, we give unrestricted support to Bush. So, the agenda or the policies are decided by America. But I just want to say, so regardless of who won the competition, there is only harm for the Muslims and Islam through the continuation of American colonialism.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop you there. So what we've got is 4 or 5 minutes. We've got plenty of time. What's Islam got to do with this? Because both of these people are Muslim.
Their ideology is secular, and a nation state, so they're not bothered about Islamic rule. So the senior leadership in Pakistan must be because America will not allow Caliphate to be born in the Middle East or in Pakistan or wherever. So if you read the Marco Rubio's comments, I don't know if you read, he says these people believe in expansionism. So we need to ask where has what have you done? You expanded your militaries everywhere around the world, killed millions of people, and you're accusing us of being expansionism. Islam's history from this time of Halif of the Khilafah Rashida, up until going through all the Halifs periods onto Ottoman era, there was never, when an area was conquered or conquest took place, those people's what do you call it? Their resources were not stolen from them. They were given the same rights as the other Muslims living, in
We're
the
getting
state.
sidetracked again, slightly.
So
But
the
I think
question you
you
asked,
mentioned Marco Rubio, and so I think the other people that have got ideology of expansion is Donald Trump and Marco Rubio, who want to who have plans to take over parts of Central America, including Venezuela. They've got plans of taking over Canada. They got plans of taking over Greenland. The only person at the moment, or should we say, the only people at the moment that have an expansionist ideology is America.
yeah. So what I'm trying to say is American colonialism. American colonialism, what has it done for the world? It's opposite to what the Muslims did when they ruled the world, ruled had the Caliphate. So we can talk about maybe in another day. Well, what I'll just say is that what the problem is, and my advice
So,
is
so,
to
so your advice, is it your advice to Pakistan? Is it your advice to the Muslim Ummah or the Pakistani army? Who's your advice to?
obviously we are an ummah. The Muslims are ummah. They feel like an ummah. They feel when Gaza is going there. They see in what do you call it, oppression. They feel it, and the Muslim ummah feels it. But unlike the nation state, the nationalists who only care about their country, and if anybody attacks them in their country, then they will defend it. But what my obviously you mentioned why I have come to the conclusion that the American colonialism is about expanding and controlling the world through the global the new world order, which is in place. The system that we have globally is a capitalist system. So all of these nation states have to follow what the global secular liberal order is, and we can talk about that basically in another session if we come.
I think we probably will have to talk about that another topic, because I think with regards to, so just from the ISI chief, so basically somebody high ranking as the ISI chief, could you imagine that they would have been in prison? Has this ever happened before?
No. You see, if anybody speaks out in the army about the problems, they can be court-martialed if they're not basically agreeing with the military leadership.
Yeah, it looks like he didn't what do you call praise the army chiefs as much as he should have. Unfortunately, he has landed himself in 14 years in hard labor, rigorous, which is pretty rigorous form of imprisonment. So unfortunately, the former ISI spy chief, shockingly, surprisingly, is in jail, and is really, shocking and surprising to see that. Last words, Isa.
Yeah, so in Pakistan, the problems that exist are due to the nation concept, the nation state concept.
Okay, we need to avoid the nation concept, and thank you
No,
very much.
I just yeah. So finally, if you ask the question, what is the problem in Pakistan? We could talk about several problems, but today the ISI chief has been jailed for hard labor, rigorous hard labor, which is, you were asking, I think, wanted to know what you mean by rigorous. This is hard labor. You have to work in factories or do you have to work very hard,
Yeah.
and that's what
Definitely, I think it's been interesting to talk to you, Abdul Jabbar Sahab. Once again, I'm signing off. My name is Amar, and thank you, Abdul Jabbar. Thank
Walaikum
you,
salam.
Radio Apni Awaz, for hosting this particular podcast. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.